Hello students, welcome to the new lecture of lecture series on network analysis and synthesis. So, today we are going to discuss how the differential equations can be solved using Laplace transform. So, in the last classes we have studied about the Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform and how the waveform can be synthesized. Now, today we are going to discuss how differential equation can be solved using Laplace transform. So, these are the contents that we are going to cover today. First of all, there is an introduction how a system can be represented by the differential equation, that we are going to see. Then what is transfer function and what is impulse response. It is important to know what is transfer function and impulse response. Then we will do some of the questions on differential equation, then in which we will solve differential equation using Laplace transform. So, actually what happened, an LTI system is our linear time invariant system. So, this is our LTI system in which an input is provided x of t and we got some output y of t, and this is our LTI system which processes the input and provides an output. So, there are different ways by which I can characterize my LTI system. LTI stands for linear and time invariant. There are different ways to characterize LTI system. One of the ways to characterize LTI system is differential equation. मैं अपने एक LTI system को differential equation से भी represent कर सकता हूँ. So, whenever the LTI system will be represented or characterized by the differential equation. So, we have to find out the output of LTI system. We have to find out the output of LTI system. So, I must have the knowledge of LTI system to find out the output of any LTI system, and the LTI system is characterized by differential equation. LTI system को मैं differential equation से characterize कर रहा हूँ और मुझे आउटपुट निकालना है LTI सिस्टम का. सो आई मस्ट हैव द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, बिकॉज डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, व्हाट डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन विल डू, डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन विल रिप्रेजेंट आवर LTI सिस्टम इन टर्म्स ऑफ इनपुट, इन टर्म्स ऑफ आउटपुट. सो अगर मेरे पास सॉल्यूशन होगा डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन का, देन आई कैन इजिली फाइंड आउट द आउटपुट ऑफ LTI सिस्टम. सो solution of differential equation. So, solution of differential equation is necessary to find out the output of LTI system. Solution of differential equation can be done in a classical method, can be done by classical method that you all have studied in our mathematics, engineering mathematics course, like variable separable or different techniques, linear differential equations. There are different methods to solve a differential equation. These are all our classical method. Another way to solve differential equation is by using Laplace transform. Now, we will see how the differential equation can be solved using Laplace transform. What Laplace transform does? It converts our differential equation in S domain. So, the solution of the differential equation will find out the total response of the system. Total response of the system means output y of t, and that total response will consist of natural response and forced response. The total response will be a combination of natural response plus forced response, where natural response is the response of the system due to initial conditions. सिस्टम में जो भी स्टोरेज है, जो भी स्टोर्ड वैल्यूज है, उनकी वजह से जो आउटपुट आ रहा है, दैट इज आर नेचुरल रिस्पॉन्स. एंड फोर्स रिस्पॉन्स, सिस्टम में अगर मैंने इनपुट प्रोवाइड करा तो इनपुट के फोर्स की वजह से जो आउटपुट आ रहा है, दैट इज आर फोर्स रिस्पॉन्स. So that we have defined the force response. It is also known as steady state response. response due to input alone, and natural response is the response due to initial conditions alone. Initial conditions की वजह से जो output आ रहा है that is natural, and जो input की वजह से आ रहा है that is force response. So, if I have a LTI system and we have an input x t like we have defined earlier and output y of t, then it can be written in terms of differential equation as a n a to the power n minus 1. So, this will be linear differential equation in which n minus 1 and up to a naught y of t, and then we can represent it in terms of x t. So, initial conditions can be represented by y of 0 minus dy by dt of 0 minus d2y by dt square of 0 minus. If all these values will be 0, then we can say that initial conditions are 0 and system do not have any stored value or initial conditions, and x of 0 minus means we do not have any storage of input in the system. So, when we will apply, we will get it as in terms of s in y of s and in terms of x of s, and here we will get the coefficients depending upon the differential equation. So, this is how we can solve differential equation. So, second is transfer function. Transfer function क्या होता है? For example, if I have an LTI system, if I have an LTI system and its input is x of t and its output is y of t. So, I have said that LTI systems can be characterized by differential equation. As well, LTI systems can also be characterized by our transfer function, which is represented by h of s, where h of s is our transfer function of LTI system. So, if in frequency domain it will be x of s and it will be y of s, then y of s will be equal to x of s into h of s. So, y of s will be equal to x of s into h of s. So, this is the output of LTI system, and h of s which is used to characterize the LTI system is transfer function. So, from here we can also say that h of s is y of s by x of s. So, we can define our transfer function as the ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input with the initial conditions neglected. अगर मैं अपनी initial conditions neglect करके Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input का ratio निकाल लूँगा, then it will be termed as our transfer function. Now, we have defined transfer function. Now, what is impulse response? So, impulse response is nothing, we have y s equals to h of s into x of s. If x of t is del of t, if x of t is del of t, then x of s will be equal to 1. If x of t is del of t, then x of s will be equal to 1, and y of s will be equal to h of s and y of t, and when we will take its inverse Laplace transform, y of t will be equal to h of t. So, h of t, y of t is Laplace inverse of h of s. So, it will be equal to h of t. So, h of t is known as the impulse response of the system. It means, whenever I will provide LTI system an impulse as an input, the output we will obtain is known as impulse response. अगर मैं LTI system को अपना input दूंगा एक impulse function, तो output जो मिलेगा उसका that will be termed as impulse response, and h of t and transfer function both are related as h of s. H of t Laplace transfer, h of t's Laplace transform will be h of s. अगर मैं impulse response का Laplace transform निकालूंगा then we will obtain h of s which is our transfer function. So, this is about transfer function and impulse response. So, transfer function, you can say that transfer function is also defined as Laplace transform of impulse response, that I have said already. Now, we will solve some of the questions on differential equation, how we will apply Laplace transform to find out its solution. So, this is our differential equation provided. So, one method is classical method that we are not going to follow, and it is given that y of 0 equals to 0. So, y of 0 equals to 0 means all the initial conditions are 0. So, with the property of Laplace transform, dy by dt can be written as sys minus y of 0 plus 2y can be written as 2 of ys plus 5 0 to t plus 5 0 to t y of dt can be written as 5 y of s by s. So, whenever there is an integration we will get s in the denominator and equals to, and the Laplace of e to the power minus 2 t we will have 1 upon s plus 2 as an its Laplace transform. So, and we will solve it s square y of s plus 2 s y of s plus 5 y of s equals to s upon s plus 2. So, we will get y of s as s upon s plus 2 s square plus 2 s plus 5, or we can write it as s plus 2 s plus 1 whole square plus 2 square. Now, we will because we have to find out its solution, solution means we have to find out y of t, we need to find out. So, here we will do partial fraction and then after partial fraction we will find out its inverse Laplace. So, it can be written as s upon s plus 2 s square plus 2 s plus 5. So, it will be a into s square plus 2 s plus 5 plus p s plus c s plus 2 by s plus 2 s square plus 2 s plus 5. This is we are going to get by doing partial fraction. Now, we will multiply and equate the coefficient. So, we will get it as a s square plus 2 a s plus 5 a plus 5 a plus b s square plus 2 b s plus c s 2 b s plus c s plus 2 c and here we have got as s. Now, we will find out s square and its coefficient will be a plus b. Then we will find out s, its coefficient will be 2 a plus 2 b plus c, then plus a constant terms we are left with 5 a plus 2 c. And here we have got the value of s. So, now when we will equate we will get it as s square as a plus b equals to 0, because there is no power of s square on the left hand side. 2a plus 2b plus c equals to 1 and 5a plus 2c equals to 0, because a plus b is 0. So, we can write it as twice of a plus b plus c equals to 1. So, we will get it as c 2 into 0 plus c equals to 1, or we can say that c value of c is 1. So, value of c we have got as 1, 5a plus 2c equals to 0, or 5a minus 2 plus 2 into 1 equals to 0, or a equals to minus 2 by 5, and then we can get b equals to minus a from here. So, b will be equal to 2 by 5. So, we have got the value of a, b and c. So, we have got a minus 2 by 5, b 2 by 5 s, and then c is 1. Now, we will find out its inverse Laplace. So, before finding out the inverse Laplace, it will be minus 2 by 5 s plus 2 plus 5 s plus 1, and to make a formula of 2 by 5 s plus 1, what we will do? We will add plus 2 by 5 we will add plus 2 by 5 and minus 2 by 5 and divided by s square plus 2 s plus 5, and we will get it as minus 2 by 5 and 2 by 5 s plus 1 and plus 3 by 5, because 1 is already there. We get plus 3 by 5. So, we will get s plus 2 s plus 1 whole square plus 2 square s square plus 2 s plus 5 can be written as s plus 1 whole square plus 2 square, and we will get it as minus 2 by 5 s plus 1. So, minus 2 by 5 s plus 2 will have a inverse Laplace e to the power minus 2 t u t plus 2 by 5 e to the power minus t cos 2 t u t plus 3 by 10 e to the power minus t sin 2 t u of t. So, this is how we can find out the solution of differential equation. So, this is another question in which again we need to find out the inverse Laplace, in which we need to find out the we need to solve the differential equation. Here we have to find out the transfer function and the output signal y of t. So, transfer function definition we know that it is a ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input under the assumption that all initial conditions are 0. So, we will assume while finding out the transfer function, we will assume all the initial conditions as 0, and although we are given with initial conditions and we are given with these initial condition and x of t is unit step function. So, we will take the Laplace transform of differential equation s square y s minus s y 0 minus dy by 0 by dt. This will be the Laplace of d 2 y by dt square plus 6 dy by dt can be written as s y s minus y 0 plus 8 y of s equals to dx t by dt can be written as s x s minus x 0 plus x of t will be equal to x of s. To find the transfer function, we will neglect all the initial condition. So, all these factor will be cancelled, all these will be cancelled, and we will be left with this equation s square y s plus 6 s y s plus 8 s s x plus x of s, and then we will find out the ratio of y s by x s, and we get it as s square s plus 1 by s square plus 6 s plus 8. So, here we can find out the transfer function. Now, the next part we need to find out the output signal also y of t. So, to find out the y of t, to find out the output signal y of t, we will assume all the initial conditions. So, while considering all the initial condition, considering the initial conditions, we will get this is the Laplace of d 2 y by dt square, this is the Laplace of dy by dt, and this is the Laplace of dx by dt, and this is the Laplace of x of t. So, here we have done s square y of 0 is 1, y of 0 is given as 1, and dy by dt given in the question as the value of 3, again y of 0 is 1 we have put, and x of 0 is given as 1. So, we will get it as this one. So, we will solve it further and we get the equation as this, and y of s is this one. Then we will do partial fraction, and after partial fraction we will find out the value of a, b and c. So, how we will find out the value of a, b and c? So, a will be equal to s into s square plus 9 s plus 1 s into s plus 4 to s plus 2 at the value s equals to 0. When we will put the value of s equals to 0 in this, we will get the value of a as 1 by 8. Now, b will be equal to s plus 2, we are using residue theorem, s square plus 9 s plus 1 s into s plus 2 to s plus 4 at s equals to minus 2, we will get the value as 13 by 4, and we get the value of c as s plus 4 s square plus 9 s plus 1 s into s plus 2 s plus 4 at s equals to minus 4, get the value as minus 19 by 8. So, here we will get the value of y s as this one. Now, we will find out inverse Laplace. We know 1 upon s inverse Laplace is u of t, and 1 upon s plus 2 Laplace transform is e to the power minus 2 t u t. 1 upon s plus 4 inverse Laplace is e to the power minus 4 t u of t. Here we have find out the Laplace of solution of differential equation or the output y of t. So, after that this is another example. Again we need to find out the impulse response of the system. We are given a differential equation and we are given initial conditions also, and input is also provided, and we have to find out the free response and forced response of the system. So, what we will do, the differential equation we are given. So, to find out the impulse response of the system, we can find out the transfer function of the system, and the transfer function is the ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input by considering all the initial conditions as 0. So, after finding out the transfer function, we will take its inverse Laplace, then we will obtain impulse response. So, by taking its Laplace transform, we will get this one. So, s square plus 5 s plus 6 y of s equals to x of s. So, transfer function is y s by x s, all initial conditions we have neglected already, 1 upon s square plus 5 s plus 6, and we will factorize it 1 upon s plus 2 by s plus 3. Now, to find out impulse response, x of t is always del of t and x of s is 1. So, y of s is h s x s, which is equals to h of s, which is equals to 1 upon s plus 2 by s plus 3. When we will partial fraction it, we will get it as 1 upon s plus 2 minus 1 upon s plus 3, and taking its inverse Laplace, we will get h of t, which is impulse response. So, h of s ट्रांसफर फंक्शन का मैं अगर इनवर्स लाप्लास लूंगा तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा, इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स. सो ई टू द पावर माइनस 2 टी यू टी minus e to the power minus 3 t u of t. This is how we can obtain impulse response of the system. Now, in the second part we need to find out the free response. and forced response we need to find out. So, by taking Laplace transform, this is the Laplace transform of d 2 y by dt square, this is the Laplace transform of dy by dt, and this is the Laplace transform of y of t. And now, all the initial conditions we will consider. So, s square plus 5 s plus 6 y of s equals to x of s plus 5 y of 0 minus plus dy by dt of 0 minus, where y of 0 minus and dy by dt of 0 minus represents our initial conditions. So, y of s will be equal to this factor plus this factor. So, you can see that here we have only initial conditions. So, if we will find out its output, this factor represents the output due to initial conditions only. This term does not contain any input term. So, we can say the output due to this will be the natural response, and the output due to this factor, because it involves only the input. So, it will be the forced response, you get it as forced response, and we are given initial condition as this, and we will put these values in this equation. Y of 0 minus is 1 and dy by dt 0 of minus is 2. So, we will put these values and we will get it as x of s is x of t is u of t. So, x of s will be 1 upon s, we will get it as this one plus this one, and we will get it as s plus 7 by s plus 2 by s plus 3 and 1 upon s into s plus 2 by s plus 3. Now, we will partial fraction it and we will obtain its inverse Laplace. So, we will partial fraction it differently and we will partial fraction it differently. So, after partial fraction we got it as 5 by s plus 2 minus s plus 3. This is the partial fraction that we have obtained for the term which involves initial conditions only, and this is the partial fraction obtained which involves input only. So, after taking its inverse Laplace transform 5 upon s plus 2. So, it will be 5 e to the power minus 2 t u t minus 4 e to the power minus 3 t u t plus 1 by 6 1 upon s is u of t minus 1 by 2 e to the power minus 2 t u t plus 1 by 3 1 upon s plus 3 e to the power minus 3 t u of t. So, this is the term which is due to the initial conditions only. So, this is the term which is due to the initial conditions only. So, that is why it is known as natural response, and all these terms that we are getting at output is due to the input only. So, that is why it is known as forced response, and when we will combine natural response plus forced response, we will get total response of the system as this one. So, this is how we can solve differential equation to find out the output of any system. So, this is the reference book that you can use to solve more questions, and thank you so much.